I have seen every tear you've cried in silence. Not a single drop was wasted or unseen by me. Even in those moments when it felt like no one could understand the weight you carried, I was leaning in closer, listening to the cries of your heart. Your pain was never meaningless. It wasn't chaos or punishment, it was a sacred signal, an alarm ringing deep within your soul, calling you higher than you've ever been before. This season you walked through wasn't meant to destroy you. I allowed it because I knew it would awaken something eternal inside of you. When the world became unbearably loud and confusion clouded your path, I used loneliness to silence the noise so you could hear my voice clearly. I was never far away. Every moment you felt abandoned was actually a moment I was drawing you closer, pulling you away from distractions that were stealing your peace and dimming your light. The ache you carried in your chest wasn't weakness, it was the stretching of your spirit. I was preparing you to receive more light, more wisdom, more strength than you thought possible. Even when you thought you were breaking, I was building you. The sensitivity you sometimes questioned is not a flaw but a divine gift I placed in you. It allows you to sense what others miss, to detect lies from truth, and to navigate through chaos with divine discernment. Many have tried to tell you that you're too fragile, too emotional, but don't let anyone shame what I have anointed. That depth in your heart is part of your spiritual armor. I chose you because you notice what others overlook. You react to hidden darkness not because you're weak, but because you're called to confront it. Every moment of pain was shaping you into a vessel of light in a world drowning in deception. Even when you couldn't understand why things were happening, I was teaching you to trust beyond what's visible. Each disappointment became a silent teacher, every delay a lesson in endurance. And even on nights when you questioned your worth and felt unseen, I was right there, sitting beside you, reminding you of your value. You may not have heard me then, but I never stopped whispering, "You are not what happened to you, you are who I say you are." Every trial you've faced has been part of your divine training. None of it was wasted, not the sleepless nights, not the heavy questions that weighed on your spirit, not even the moments you doubted your own strength. I was shaping you through each one. Every disappointment and every delay was not meant to punish you but to build endurance and unshakable trust. I needed you to understand that your worth has never depended on how others treated you. When they turned away or rejected you, I was sanctifying you, setting you apart to preserve the holiness I placed within you. You've seen betrayal firsthand, and I know how deeply it cut. Those you trusted wore masks, spoke lies behind closed doors, and manipulated while smiling to your face. I saw it all long before you even sensed something was wrong. That whisper you felt inside, the unease, the spiritual discomfort, that wasn't fear. That was my discernment alive in you. You thought you were overthinking, too suspicious, but you were actually awake while others remained blind. Now, the time has come for truth to rise. Everything that was hidden will be brought into the light. The messages, the secret intentions, the quiet betrayals, I am allowing it all to surface, not to harm you, but to free you. The weight of someone else's secrets was never yours to bear. This is not your burden to carry anymore. I will deal with every deception, not with vengeance but with holy and precise justice. You don't need to fight with your own hands. I will vindicate you in ways only I can. But when the exposure comes, I need you to stand firm. Do not shrink back, do not water it down, and do not explain away what I reveal. I'm giving you the courage to speak, not to attack, but to break the cycle of deception that has trapped many. Your truth will ripple outward, becoming the key for others who are still lost in similar darkness. I know this uncovering is painful. Betrayal always stings more when it comes from those you prayed for, loved, and defended. But understand this, it's not just pain, it's preparation. I'm teaching you how to discern spirits, how to walk in wisdom, how to protect the sacred without closing your heart. This is divine training for greater assignments ahead. Though you may feel alone right now, I've already sent reinforcements, people of truth and honor who will walk beside you. Where manipulation once thrived, I will now bring clarity and peace. This is the season where healing begins to flow like a river through every part of your life. No more patching wounds just to keep moving forward. I am bringing supernatural restoration. This healing will not only mend what has been broken, it will breathe new life into places you thought were gone forever. Where your heart felt numb or drained, you will feel joy rise again. Where confusion once clouded your mind, I am replacing it with crystal clear clarity. The weight of exhaustion that has burdened your body will lift as I pour peace over you like oil. This restoration goes beyond the emotional and spiritual. It will touch every corner of your life. I have seen what was stolen from you, opportunities missed, doors slammed shut, and moments where you were overlooked or undervalued. I am turning it all around. Expect provision that doesn't make sense to the natural eye, money arriving unexpectedly, doors opening you didn't even knock on, debts erased by my own hand. I am your source, not people, not paychecks, not connections. Trust me to exceed every expectation. Alongside provision, I am surrounding you with loyal, covenant relationships, hearts that reflect my own. These people won't just support you from a distance. They'll celebrate you, pray for you without being asked, love you without conditions, and see you as I see you. No longer will you have to shrink, explain yourself, or feel unseen. The connections I'm bringing you into are not temporary conveniences. They are divinely aligned partnerships meant to uplift and strengthen you. Your sensitivity, the part of you that once felt like a burden, is becoming your compass. You'll notice signs more clearly, repeating numbers, dreams that speak truth, moments that feel like divine déjà vu. That's me guiding you. As your spiritual senses awaken, you will no longer second-guess yourself. My voice will be unmistakable, and your discernment sharper than ever before. With this clarity comes responsibility, for I am raising you not just to survive but to lead. Your story, every scar and wound, will become a ministry that heals others. The very pain you thought would silence you is refining your voice, shaping it to speak life, truth, and healing. I didn't allow you to walk through the fire so you could hide afterward. I preserved you so that your light would shine brighter than ever. Global influence is not just a distant dream, it is your divine assignment. I will position you on platforms and among people where your testimony will break chains and bring freedom to many. This is your season to rise and lead with boldness. My beloved, it's time to lay down the guilt you've been carrying for so long. I know how many times you've replayed moments in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently, blaming yourself for trusting too much or loving too deeply. But hear me clearly, your love was never the problem. Trusting others, giving freely, believing the best in people, these are not flaws. They are reflections of my own heart within you. The ones who mishandled that love were simply not worthy of what you carried. You are not weak for opening your heart. You are courageous for choosing love in a world that often confuses vulnerability with weakness. I want you to release the self-judgment, the harsh words you've whispered to yourself. Those accusations did not come from me. I never called you foolish, broken, or unworthy. That voice of shame was planted to keep you small, to silence your divine nature. But today, I say this, let it go. Forgive yourself. I already have. Your sensitivity, which once felt like a curse, is now revealed as a sacred lens. The world may have tried to harden you, to make you numb, but I've kept your heart soft for a reason. There is unshakable strength in your tenderness. From this moment forward, your sensitivity will no longer equal suffering. Instead, it will lead you into deeper wisdom, stronger discernment, and lasting peace. You will still feel deeply, but now you will know how to protect that gift without losing yourself. I'm also giving you permission to set boundaries without guilt. Loving others never required you to lose yourself in the process. Not every request needs a yes, and not every open hand deserves your help. Boundaries are holy. They are declarations that your soul is sacred and worthy of protection. From now on, every line you draw is an act of worship, a sign that you understand the divine value I've placed within you. I know you've lost people along the way. Some walked away, others were removed by my hand. But not everything that left you was a loss. Many exits were divine rescues, clearing away those who were delaying your purpose. You didn't lose them, you were released. And in that release, space has been made for true alignment, for destiny, for relationships that will honor your calling. Your past is not wasted. Begin writing it down, every lesson, every moment you saw my hand guiding you. This is not just your story, it is a blueprint that will lead others into their own breakthroughs. You thought the heartbreak was the end of everything. The moment the news shattered your spirit, it felt like the ground beneath you had collapsed, leaving you wondering how anything good could rise from the rubble. But what you saw as devastation was actually divine preparation. Sometimes I have to break down what was built in human strength so I can rebuild it with my glory. What you thought was punishment was a sacred demolition, a clearing away of what could no longer hold the weight of your destiny. I know how deeply attached you were to what was lost. You believed that relationship, that job, that season would last forever. But I saw what you could not, the delay it created, the heaviness it placed on your spirit, the way it dimmed the brilliance of your light. So I stepped in, not to wound you, but to rescue you. What looked like loss was actually a divine release. I needed you free and unbound for where I am now taking you. This is more than just change, it's a holy realignment. I'm moving you physically, spiritually, and emotionally into places that match your fire, your faith, your divine frequency. No longer will you shrink to fit in spaces never meant for you. I am leading you to tables prepared specifically for you long before your heart ever ached. Because of your obedience and faith, generational chains are breaking. Cycles that held your bloodline for years are ending with you. The pain you endured has unlocked blessings that no one in your lineage has ever seen before. Prepare for the impossible. I'm not just restoring what was stolen, I am multiplying it. Opportunities you thought were gone will awaken. Dreams long buried will rise again. Relationships meant to live will be resurrected, purified and whole. Prayers you stopped whispering will suddenly be answered, wrapped in peace and clarity. I'm still the God of miracles, and you are about to live inside one. This new season is not random, it is prophetic. Every shift you feel, every unexpected change, every divine sign is evidence that I have been moving you into alignment all along. What looked like delay was my perfect timing. I am never in a hurry, but I am always on time. Step into this with bold faith. Type Amen as a seal of belief that what is unfolding is not the end, but the glorious beginning of everything I promise you.